Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at the PetGentle anti-bark device. You've probably seen it. It's that small white handheld gadget that pops up in ads, promising a, gentle, shock-free miracle for training your dog.
Exactly. And we've got the sources, video reviews, forums, trust-checking sites, all to figure out what's really going on behind that slick marketing.
So what's the top-level takeaway? Is this just another internet scam?
Well, that's what's so interesting. It's not a classic scam where you pay and nothing ever shows up. The product is real. You can even find it in places like Walmart.
Okay.
But, and this is a big but, the real issue is that its effectiveness and the whole customer experience are just wildly inconsistent. There's a huge gap between the promise and the reality.
Right. Let's dig into that, the effectiveness. What are actual dog owners saying on places like Reddit when they, actually push the button?
It's a complete lottery ticket. That's the consensus. The feedback is it's all over the place. For some dogs, the high-pitched sound is a brief distraction. They'll stop for a few seconds.
Just a momentary thing.
Yeah, exactly. But then a huge number of dogs just ignore it completely. It might be their hearing range or they just don't care.
But I also saw something that's frankly a bit worrying. Some owners said their dogs got more anxious when they used it. How does a gentle tool end up causing more anxiety?
That is the critical question, isn't it? And the thinking goes like this. For an already anxious dog, a sudden high-pitched noise that has no clear source,
Yeah.
it's just a terrifying, unpredictable event.
It's not connected to anything they can see.
Precisely. So instead of a training tool, it just becomes another source of stress in their environment.
I saw one user perfectly. They said the PetGentle felt like just a flashy flashlight with a sound that didn't make much difference.
That about sums it up.
So if the product itself is so unreliable, what about the company behind it? Are they at least transparent?
Not really. And this is where the major red flags start popping up. The first thing is the reviews. You can't find any on third-party sites like Trustpilot. Zero.
So the only reviews are the ones they choose to show.
The only ones. All the glowing 5-star testimonials are right there on the PetGentle website itself, which is always suspicious, you know.
Okay, but if it's at Walmart, that suggests some level of legitimacy, right? How can Scam Advisor give it a low score?
That's the tension. Scam Advisor's score isn't about the product being in a store, it's about the online seller. And they flag two things. First, the website owner is using a service to hide their identity.
Not a good look.
Not at all. And second, the website is extremely young.
Yeah.
Like, it was registered just 26 days before one of our sources even made their video.
Wow.
Yeah. And when you see that, plus the fact that the device looks identical to generic ones on, say, Alibaba,
Yeah.
it all points towards drop shipping from a seller with no real reputation.
Okay, so let's bring it all together for the listener. What does this all mean if you're tempted by one of those ads?
It means you should go in with very, very low expectations. This is not a guaranteed solution for barking. It's a roll of the dice.
And what about getting your money back if it doesn't work?
Well, the sources suggest that's a real headache. A lot of people seem to get frustrated with the whole refund process, which just adds another layer of risk.
Right.
You know, at the end of the day, this whole case shows that even if a product is physically real, the trustworthiness of the seller and the honesty of the reviews, those are totally separate questions you have to ask. It leaves you with a bigger thought, though. In today's market, with all these hidden owners and pop-up websites, what's the minimum requirement you should set for yourself? What do you need to see before you trust a site enough to hit buy?
That is the fundamental question, isn't it? Thank you for helping us sort through all this today.